And of course, you can keep your mic.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I'm
really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Nets in Brooklyn. And for Brooklyn, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. Getting a little amped up. Opening night of the regular season now upon us. Shaq, what were you looking forward to the most here on opening night?
Two things. Let me get this out the way. Hanging out with you guys. You know I love you guys. I miss you guys. It's been a great summer. And getting back to the greatest game in the world.
Which of those, if you only had one, which of those would be?
I would have to say the game would come second.
Oh man. You're the greatest.
I love you guys.
You are the greatest.
I appreciate that.
I don't even care what you got to say about it. Well, I do. What are you looking forward to besides hanging out with us?
I was just looking forward to hanging out with you guys, and seeing the off-season changes. But if I had to choose between the off-season changes and how they pan out, and hanging out with you guys, I would take the off-season changes to see how it pans out.
I got your back.
And I got your back.
And I wish you weren't back. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. We've got the Washington Wizards taking on the Brooklyn Nets. And kind of rare, a battle of the pivot men tonight, Clark. What are some of the traditional things a center you think can still do to help his team win in this era of basketball?
Well, I think there are a number of things. One, you think about taking up space at both ends, being a rim protector defensively, and also quarterbacking the defense from behind the perimeter defenders is one way. And then on the offensive end, banging that glass, setting solid screens, again, using size to take up space and put pressure on the defense.
There'll always be room for the big man in this game, though, don't you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. His role changes, what all he does changes, but some of the basics never go out of style.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Washington, Joel Embiid out there with Jefferson. Then it's Bridges. Then it's Ellis. And it's Temple in at the two guard. A nice shot by LeVert.
Like the way LeVert controls himself, always under control, knows what he's looking for, takes his time, particularly when he's close to the basket.
Now, here's Bridges, and stolen by Russell. Passes it to Whiteside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Ellis against Griffin. And stolen by Whiteside. It's stolen by Jefferson. The shot missing.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Bridges. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Here's LeVert. Here's Whiteside. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Whiteside's got his second basket.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now here's Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. The 19-foot shot. They get the rebound. Embiid, blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Whiteside against Embiid. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Bridges. Pass to Embiid. Here's Bridges. The Wizards working the ball around now. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Here's Griffin. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Out to the right wing. Russell from long range.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Embiid wide open. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Down low. A nice shot by LeVert.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Russell inside, defended by Bridges, and Russell gets it to go. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy. Kicks to Whiteside. In the corner, it's Griffin.
I think he's going to have to be more cautious on defense. He can't afford to pick up a third foul here in the first quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And Washington making a change here. Hollins has checked in.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season.
Good on the triple.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Nets leading by 6. Knocked loose. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
Jefferson has a wide open look. And again, Washington with the triple.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good
Charge complete.
result.
Bridges kicks to Ellis. Feeds to Hollins. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And there it is for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's Whiteside. He's got 7. That shot off the mark. Washington has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Bridges, no one around him. And again, Washington with the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Knocks it loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. John Wall's checked in for the Wizards. Here's LeVert. Out to the wing. Here's Gallagher. Whoa, with a block. And a wide open look here for Ellis. And Washington again with the bucket. Nets trail by 4. Nets passing it around. Here's Whiteside. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now. Washington's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Inside. Here's Bridges. Goes back up. It's another look. And it's blocked. Whiteside dishes to Griffin. Now the pass to LeVert. It's tipped. Whiteside, high post. He's against Hollins. Just 4 to shoot. Baseline try. Griffin's shot is off.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Bridges kicks the wall. Pass to Hollins. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Washington's head coach. He thinks rebounding could be the X factor today. He told me it doesn't matter what they do in other areas if they get dominated on the glass. Yet he admitted it was a possibility against a team that put so much effort into that element of the game. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Obviously, getting better position on the boards is an issue. And here is Allen. Oh, Nance in position. All with it. Pass to Porter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, in the summer of 2017, when Otto Porter signed that 4-year, $107 million contract with the Wizards, it was widely questioned. Well, it's been worth every penny thus far as he's become one of the best small forwards in the game.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Beasley's checked in. Off target from three-point range.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And that small forward position that Porter plays, maybe the most important position in the league. You think of LeBron James, you think of Greg KD.
Yeah, and Porter able to kind of hold his own on both ends. The Wizards' most impactful defensive player. He takes on those big-time players night in and night out.
Now, here's Bridges. He's covered closely. Outside Porter. Here's the three. Rebounded by the Nets. This, of course, their first look at this year's Washington squad.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. Two top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Outside Wall. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. Down low. Here's Gobert. And another miss by Washington.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Now here's Nance. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Here's Bridges. Here's Porter. Gets to the corner and buries it. Porter's got the game tied up here for Washington.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
Pass to Nance. Allen surveying the D.
Yeah, Crabbe loves getting these opportunities to throw it down with force. Impressive athleticism.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ball passes to Porter. To the inside.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
To Roma. Defended by Bridges. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
3 seconds left. Here's Bridges, and that one drops for him. Bridges has got 14 points for the game.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
We'll return shortly. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
And we know energy and effort go hand in hand, and they won't be denied playing with a bunch of energy, easily coming up with those offensive rebounds too.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Otto Porter Jr. Ball out there with Bridges, and it's Rudy Gobert. Timmerman. The shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Allen, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
Now here's Wall. He's guarded by Cram. Good.
And I just love the way Wall kind of knifes through that defense. He is masterful at slashing to the rim.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Nance outside. He kicks to Allen. Over Gobert. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. The Nets making a switch here. Russell's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Temple's checked in. Clock at 6. Here's Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his third assist on the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Brooklyn.
And even when the deep three has been there, they've stayed away from it. They're working hard to get shots from close range, resisting that urge to get too loose with their shot selection.
Now here's Wall, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And now, let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Washington Wizards. On Friday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for the matchup with the Pacers, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
The rebound by Nance.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Basket counts.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Wall. Buries it down low. And the Wizards lead by 2.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's Cram. And there's the feed to Nance. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Beasley, and the bank shot is good. Beasley's got the game tied up here for the Nets. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside, Wall. Out to the wing. Here's Gobert. Here's Porter. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Fires from 18. The shot's good from Nance. Well, we've been waiting for it all summer, Clark. Opening night. What's going through the players' minds right now, just before the beginning of the season?
About time. You guys have been ready for this a month ago. But they're happy that there's no more waiting around, and now the games count for real. And they're focused on trying to get off to a great start.
To the middle. And slam dunk by Allen.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that. Finds the open man nicely.
Now here's Porter. 6 points for him. Here's Timmerman. Nance with some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Wall after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Now here's Wall. On the pass to Temple. Over Nance. It doesn't go for him. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And I'll tell you, Nance can score. He rebounds it, has the versatility to switch 1 through 5, does a lot for this team.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
You're exactly right. Halting the other team's run momentarily. Let's see what he comes up with now, Greg.
Brooklyn making some changes. Rando comes in for Michael Beasley. And it's LeVert in for Crabb. Hollins finds Temple. On the wing, Ellis with the shot. Hits the jumper in space. Ellis has got 6.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Now here's Randall. T right on him. Over Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Here's Nance. That 3 off the mark. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And Temple kicks to Ellis. Nice ball movement by Washington. Nance against Ellis. Here's LeVert. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So for the Nets, Whiteside's checked in for Allen, and it's Blake Griffin in for Nance. Now here's Wall. Defense is right there. To the right side. Here's Embiid. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooklyn leading by 3. Bounce pass, Russell. Griffin kicks to Whiteside. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 11.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Wall. Here's Embiid. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Hey, Embiid is sensational at focusing in on what he's doing with his shot, even with tough defense. And in that case, only so much you can do.
Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And that one, good. And it's now only a 1-point Nets lead.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And there's so much speculation early in Embiid's career if he would even pan out. It's become clear, Clark, that he was worth the wait.
Well, it was all injury related in terms of the questions because he sat out his first 2 years in the league with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him. The talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
Wall passes to Embiid over Russell. The Wizards with another miss.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first. And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot. And, you know, even with him struggling, they're still up. But they need him to find his rhythm soon.
Now here's Wall. He's tightly guarded. Count it. Wall's got 6 points.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
Now here is Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. Both teams deciding to change it up. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Got a piece of it. And it's Wall in the corner. Here's Bridges. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. 16 points for the Monster. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Washington calls timeout. You're always looking for guys with confidence, but then some guys maybe go a little bit too far with that element, and the efficiency level will drop below their 10. Can be swayed by that.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a mixed bag with those kind of guys because the talent is always on display, and it's hard not to appreciate it, but the inconsistency is frustrating. Perhaps the guy who maybe best epitomizes that is Lance Stevenson, because when he's good, he can give you a lot of stuff at both ends. When he's sideways, he can hurt you a little bit too.
Here's a look at some stats for Bridges. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, put up about 24 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And the numbers, while pretty outstanding, I mean, we've now come to expect that from this guy.
Completely in harmony with what his coach is trying to do there. Just a marvelous all-around talent.
Now here's Ellis. He's got 6. Shoots. Bridges misses.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was sweet.
Here's Bridges. 16 points for him. At the top of the key, Hollins. Wall wide open. Good on the 3-point shot. Wall's got 9 points.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Now here's Randall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Griffin. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Bridges kicks to Ellis. Inside, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Whiteside. He's got 16. From outside, off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And there's Bridges on the assist by Embiid. Bridges has got 7 now in this quarter. Kicks to Randall. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's LeVert, covered by Wall. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Wizards making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Here's Griffin. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Now here's Wall. 9 points in the game so far. Bridges passes to Jefferson. Keeps it alive, and Embiid is right there. Embiid's got 14 points for the game.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
It's blocked. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. So for the Nets, Beasley comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Allen Crabbe in for LeVert. And then for Washington, Gobert comes in for Joel Embiid. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Ellis. Knocked loose, and Gobert kicks to Bridges. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Porter finds Gobert, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
1 second left. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Wizards lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks a lot. John, how effective were you offensively in the first half?
No, it was good. Just try to get my rhythm, just try to find my teammates, make the job easy for us, and let the game come to me.
Very good performance so far, John. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game.
I'm swimming.
I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet. Shaquille. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more in transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that 3. It's not going.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Yeah, what a shot in the arm he gave them in that first half. The three ball just kept falling.
Yeah, and you know what? As far as I'm concerned, keep feeding him. Got to ride the hot hand.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Whiteside. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
You know, he's not a vertical player. Doesn't really bounce up and down that high. But Russell does have excellent length to finish at the rim.
Embiid kicks to Ellis. Here's Bridges. Offline with his three. Brooklyn trailing. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. And that's 19 points for Hassan Whiteside. And not even three-quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And the Nets with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Pass to Russell. Lets it go with the three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Here's Temple. No points in the game yet for him.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal.
Here's LeVert. They lead by 1. Oh, Russell in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And, you know, despite the turmoil Russell has faced early in his career, there you see why he remains one of the league's top young prospects.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Ellis against Griffin. Here's Bridges to the wing on the left. Here's Temple.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it's off from three-point range. Right side up top. Over Jefferson. Right side, no good.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
Hits it from three-point range.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Here's LeVert. He's got 10. Feeds it to Russell. And it's blocked. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And when D'Angelo Russell is on the floor, he's looking to attack at every chance he gets.
Yeah, he's a smooth operator now. This guy has all the tools. He's best, though, I think, when he's challenging defenders and probing the defense. Such a skilled and gifted passer. He's got a nice blend of speed and has gotten stronger, which I think is really an asset for him. He can get a little streaky at times, but when he's on, you got to ride his wave because it's a good one.
Washington calls timeout. Hassan Whiteside really making a difference here.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside. All right, a moment to check out the stats for Jefferson. How he did last season. Averaged about 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Now here's Embiid over Whiteside. And that one hits back iron. An even 3-on-3 break. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 13.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
A good look from Embiid. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Embiid really good at shooting in rhythm off the catch.
Here's LeVert. 13 points in the game. Down low. And the jam by Whiteside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
And that one drops. 17 points for Blake Griffin.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And the dunk by Embiid.
I tell you, Embiid's teammates absolutely love setting him up. I mean, they know he's going to finish strong every time.
And the foul on the monster. That's foul number 2 for him. Allen's checked in for the Nets. Nance comes in for Blake Griffin. Here's Russell. Got a hand on it, but they'll get another chance. And it's LeVert missing. Washington's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Gallagher. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got assist number 8 now on the night. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Nets?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. Now, you know, how do you guard that, Kevin? A big guy with a nice touch from outside. I mean, that's really hard to match up against.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 will put him in a rough, tough spot.
Here's Temple. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the paint. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
Hey, once Embiid catches the hot hand now, he's looking to shoot it as much as he can.
From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Now, here's Bridges. 27 points for him. The tray. And again, Washington with the triple.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Passes it to Russell. To the middle. Here's LeVert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Temple, Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
To the inside. Tries again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. They'll face off against Paul George and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Here's Temple. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Ellis used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. LeVert the pass to Russell. To the middle. Embiid with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution. Just didn't knock it down. But you're right. They're happy with that shot.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Whiteside.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Now, here's Bridges. 30 points in the game. And Allen with the block. And he gets it back. Nets leading by 7. To the inside, LeVert, and he jams it with authority.
And, you know, LeVert, when he's on a roll, he's like a boulder. It just keeps snowballing in a positive direction, and nothing can stop him.
Washington calls timeout. Mark, we know you were a great athlete. Would you have enjoyed playing at the pace we're seeing in today's NBA style?
I hope I could have played in today's game. Again, I was not an uber athletic guy. Athletic enough to get things done on the court. Was a skilled basketball player more than a great athlete. So the athleticism of today might have challenged me a bit. But I still think I could have played and been effective in today's game.
I agree. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. You take a look at Bridges, among the league leaders, 4th in scoring.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long. Well, John Wall, Derrick Rose, and Russell Westbrook came into the league around the same time. All of them in the conversation for most athletic big point guard in league history. Of the three, I think John Wall, the most prolific playmaker, always looking to create for his teammates.
And he makes the first. And John Wall, such a multifaceted game, it almost feels wrong to call him a pure point guard. But that's what he is, isn't he? Just loves to set up his teammates.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And he can score at a high level, but it helps him as a playmaker. Guys thrive playing alongside him because he commands so much attention.
Pass to Allen. Here's to Roman. It's deflected. Now, here's Bridges. D right on him. Got that bucket in no time at all. 14 points for John Wall.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Bridges with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. The dish to Gobert. That shot no good. Excellent D there from Allen. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Took him no time at all on that one. That's 12 points for Michael Beasley.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
And there's a foul called on Alan Grant. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
Hard not to appreciate the brilliance of Wall. I mean, a super fast, quick player, a guy who runs the offense exceedingly well.
And Washington making a change here. Hollins is checked in. And so Wall nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Nance now atop the key. That one a little long.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly. No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Brooklyn with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Washington. To the paint, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Hollins passes to Bridges. Gobert with a wide-open look, and he's good on the three ball. Gobert's got his third basket of the night right there. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Julius Randle's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Wall. He's guarded by Cram. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And let's quickly take a look at the stats for Randle. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 3 assists and 4 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Now here's Wall. 16 points for him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 4-point Wizards lead.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Shot to stop the run. No good from Beasley. Wizards leading by 4. In the corner, it's Bridges. Here's Hollins. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
To Roma, defended by Bridges. Down low, shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Gobert. It's stolen by Allen. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
.111 left in the third. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
He had a nice open look right there. Bridges has got 39.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
That one's good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to 6, and the bucket from Beasley.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
It's Beasley on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing to Roma. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly, but they can keep it up.
To the inside. Here's Allen. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Washington lead.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Back to the action after this word. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. They've got Jefferson. Bridges out there with Wall. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Hollins in at the 3 at the 5, roaming the paint. Wall, no luck.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range. Extended out nicely and definitely bothered the shot.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Down low, Porter with the steal. In the corner, it's Jefferson. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Nets trail by 5. There's the pass to Randall. Up top, Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Man, one for the highlight reel. And you see after multiple knee surgeries, Griffin can still get up.
Out left to the wing. From deep, Wall. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Still attacking. Building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time, too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Griffin, no one around him, and the Nets, another three.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Crabbe kicks to Griffin. To the right side. Here's to Roman, and it's blocked by Hollins. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and the rebound goes to Griffin. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Whiteside, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Whiteside's got 9 points now in just the second half. They get a hand on it.